Hola a todos, hoy estamos en el aviario, en un aviario de Lizard. Hoy vamos a ver el aviario de Ian. Tiene unos Lizard algo increíbles. Ha amanecido el día lloviendo, una pena. Fijaros lo bonito que tiene su parte de atrás. Es algo preciosa. Vamos para adentro. Tiene ya todo preparado para mañana, que va a haber un show. Y vamos a ver sus pájaros. Estos son pájaros adultas. Como se puede ver, tiene una calidad algo increíble. Hola a todos, hoy estamos aquí en casa de Ian Adcock. Es un creador de Lizard, importante de Lizard, y vamos a coger y tener una conversación con él, hablando de... Vamos a hacer unas cuantas cuestiones en inglés, por supuesto. ¿En inglés?
Yes.
Porque su español es un poco regular. Sabe algunas palabras, pero es un poco regular. Entonces vamos a coger y vamos a tener una conversación aquí agradable y vamos a hacer unas cuantas preguntas para todos ustedes. Hello.
Hello, Fernando.
How long have you been the Lizard?
3 years now. Only 3.
Only 3?
Only 3. I had clear red mosaics before. I was breeding those.
Yeah.
And I decided I wanted something more challenging.
Yeah.
And the lizard looked an interesting bird. Very complicated. So I opted for lizards. I waited a year and a half before I could actually get the pairs that I wanted, because I wanted very good birds, as good as possible, good blood.
Yeah.
So 3 years.
Because more people think is there is a not complicated bird because it's similar with the canary color bird. I think no, it's a complicated bird. What do you what in your opinion, what do you think is the more important things with the lizard? The drawings, the spanglers, the color, the size?
You can't really pick one thing. It's a balance.
Yeah.
You need to, I suppose you need to start with a good back, with good spangles.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't have anything on the chest and the cap is spoilt, then it's a problem bird. So it's all about balance. You need the good drawings, you need the good spangles, the lacings, and the cap needs to be right. So you've got to get everything in balance, which is why it's more of a challenge than clear red mosaics were, for example.
Yeah. But I think when you look the birds or you look the lizard, in the first time you this is a very nice bird. Where you first? Maybe the spanglers? Or...
The first thing that struck me was the cap on some birds and the fact that other birds didn't have a cap. Because that was unusual. I thought that they would all either have caps or none of them would initially. But the fact that the cap can vary so much was quite surprising to me. But after that, then yes, it was the spangles.
The spangles.
Yeah, it was the spangles that struck me.
You think the many years ago, I think it's possible, you know, the lizard not only clear cap and the without cap. It's introducing the show clear cut cap and many different. Many different. Do you think it's important for the lizard, or do you think it's a bad for the lizard?
I don't think it's bad at all. As long as the cap is in balance, it doesn't go too far down the neck, it doesn't go down beyond the eyes, then a clear cap bird is a nice looking bird because of the cap. But there are so many good birds out there with broken caps that would otherwise just be discarded or put aside for breeding maybe. And it's a shame that you wouldn't see them on the show bench, whereas now you can with the classes that are there for them.
Yeah, because I remember when I stayed in Spain many years ago, I saw the clear caps or without caps. No broken cap, no maybe with the only thing with no, it's a clear or and now it's a tendency with the many apart with the broken cap, the no broken cap, and I think
you think it complicates it a bit?
Yeah, it's more complicated with the new breeder. I think it's a very complicated with when it's a too many different with that.
I don't find it too complicated with the cap, because there is a boundary that you work within, and as long as the cap is within that boundary, whether it's broken or a clear cap, I don't think it matters, because the boundary is the critical element for that. And anyway, if you've got a clear cap bird and the cap is starting to drift down the neck, you need a very short cap bird, ideally, in order to breed with it if they're good birds, in order to keep the cap under control. Otherwise it will start to run. So broken caps have got their place. I don't mind broken caps. I think they're fine if they've got all the other qualities there and the cap is still within the defined area.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.